Welcome back to Fisher Sports Desk. Now we'll take a look at women's tennis. The Fisher women's tennis team faced tough competition this week when they played host Nazareth. Despite yet another singles win from Elena Vall, Fisher went on to lose 3-6. Vall defeated Alexandra Vizgate in sets of 6-0, 6-2 at second singles, and also combined with Laura Hale to win 8-5 at first doubles. Katie Catalano recorded Fisher's only singles victory with a 6-4, 6-3 win at fourth singles. From a 3-6 loss to a 6-3 win, that was the final score when Fisher visited Hartwick College. Val again won at second singles 6-1, 6-0. Katie Catalano posted a 3-6, 6-4, 10-8 win in fourth singles, while Katie Barlow contributed with a 6-2, 6-1 victory at third singles. Fisher also won all three double matches by a score of 8-3. This win elevated Fisher's conference record to 5-4. Fisher's next match against Utica was, well, not a match. The Cardinals won more than convincingly 9-0. In only 3 of the 9 matches did Utica's players even register a single point. Fisher was then on the other side of a big loss. This time the Cardinals fell 1-8 to Ithaca. The only point for the Cardinals, unsurprisingly, was earned by Elena Vall, who had a 7-5, 5-7, and 10-8 win at second doubles. She is now 11-0 in singles play this season. Fisher had a close match in third doubles with Caitlin Smith and Jordan Brungard, but they eventually lost 8-6.
This past weekend played out to be not the best of days for Fisher's volleyball team, as they ended up dropping 4 matches in the Fredonia Invitational. On Saturday, the women lost to Elmira 3-2. After winning the first 2 games, they gave up 3 in a row. Leading the way for the Cardinals was Jenna Waldron with 32 digs. Also, Amy Street added 17 assists. And later that day, Fisher dropped another match to SUNY Cortland 3-1. Brittany Rowan led the way there with 8 kills and 12 digs. And on Friday, the day before, the women lost to host Fredonia, as well as a loss to Gallaudet. Against Fredonia, the Cards fell 3-1, led by Elena Braun, who netted 44 assists and 28 digs. Jenna Rath also had 26 digs, a career high for her. And for the Gallaudet matchup, the women fell to a final score of 3-0. And after that Fredonia invite, the women came back to Manning and Napier Varsity Gymnasium here on campus and faced those same Fredonia Blue Devils on October 6th.
After losing 4 straight games in the Fredonia Invitational, including a 4-set loss to Fredonia, the Cardinals had another chance at redemption when they faced the Blue Devils at Manning and Napier Varsity Gymnasium. In the first set, a block by the combination of Brittany Rowan and Laura Swash, the Cardinals won the first set 28-26. In the third set, the game tied 1-1. Senior Elena Braun contributes with a service ace. Fisher lost the third set, though, 17-25. And here's a kill by Sydney Candifer in the decisive 5th set. However, Fisher could not pull it off and avenge the loss in the tournament and lost the 5th set 15-10. Becca Smith registered 13 kills, while Elena Braun added 35 assists. The Cardinals are 8-16 overall and 1-3 in conference play.
This past weekend, the women's golf team traveled to the Cortland Invitational. The team had success as they shot a first-day total of 411 and improved on Sunday by 11 shots as they posted a 397 team total, setting their 2-day total at 808. Out of the 10 teams in the Invitational, Fisher finished 9th and was led by sophomore Alex Battle, who shot an 86 on Saturday, finishing with a two-day total of 170.
The men's golf team has been on a roll, it seems, since the beginning of their season, and they sure did not let up at the ECAC Upstate Championship. On the first day of the tournament, the men claimed a top spot with a team score of 299, just 3 shots ahead of NYU. That 299 seemed like cake on the second day when the men shot a combined 284 and took home their 6th straight ECAC crown. Contributing to the combined 2-day score of 583, Brady Yates totaled a 79 on day 1 and 67 on day 2, finishing with a 146. Tyler McCardle also shot 146, tying Yates for 2nd place individually. Eric Kohler and Chris Clapper each tied for 5th with a 147, and also James Ozello finished in 11th with a 152. For team scores, NYU placed 2nd, and SUNY Potsdam came in the medals finish at 3rd place. And now, after taking that look into golf, I'm sitting here alongside Paul Williams, the sports editor for the Cardinal Courier. And Paul and I are going to now discuss some of the golf action, both men's and women's. We're going to start off on the men's side. Paul, they're led by Brady Yates this year, who's had a stellar year. Tell us a little bit about kind of the summary of the season, what's happened with this team. They've come in the top 3 finishes in almost every single tournament they've played.
Right, they've had a really strong start. They won the ECACA championship, and they're also in first place of the Empire after the first weekend, with the second weekend coming up in April.
And now they've done very well as a team. Their individual scores, once again, Brady Yates and some of the other ones, Kohler, Clapper, some of them have done very, very well. What's changed compared to previous years? I know last year they had Scott Harris Jr. finish, at the top of his game and try to move on after college. But what's really propelled them this season?
Right. Well, 2 years ago with the Harris thing, but since then they've really recruited well. That's the whole key with Coach Sims and all them is recruiting well, keep on bringing quality players in, and they've been able to keep the ball rolling.
And now onto the women's side of things, Alex Battle, you've got to talk about her. She's been absolutely stellar. She's the team leader this year, somewhat like Brady Yates, except on the women's team, she doesn't really have that backup role, as you and I were talking about earlier. They're very top-heavy. So what's going on there with the individual success?
Oh, with Alex Battle, she actually won Empire 8 Player of the Week 3 straight weeks this season. So she's been on a roll. She's won first on the William Smith Invitational. She's just really been doing really well this year.
All right, and now they've also are they facing better conference teams this year? Do you think? I know they're ranked towards the bottom this season. Is it better conference teams, or is it just a lack of experience, this being only their second year in the league?
Yeah, I think it's a lack of experience. I mean, they're doing a lot better than they did last year, and they just want to see that continual improvement as the players like Battle get older, to keep on bringing in good players recruiting-wise and keep on getting better.
All right, that's going to do it, Paul. Thank you very much for joining us here on Fisher Sports Desk, and stay right with us. We've got more sports action ahead.